Hello, FASTSIGNS franchisees, Catherine Monson again with this week's video. On Monday of this week, I received a quote in one of the many emails of quotes I get, and this is from American entrepreneur Victor Kiam, K-I-A-M. And the quote is amazing. It goes like this: procrastination is opportunity's natural assassin. We all want opportunity. We all want to make the best of our opportunities. So how do we overcome this problem called procrastination? Procrastination absolutely is the silent dream killer. And reading quotes about overcoming procrastination can be a wake-up call that helps each and every one of us get going on that important project that we've been putting off, or make that phone call that we've been avoiding, or get started moving in the direction of our dreams. So here are some amazing quotes I found by Googling quotes on overcoming procrastination. William James said, "Nothing is so fatiguing as the eternal hanging on of an uncompleted task." And I know that feeling. If I let something go too long, it just brings me down because I know I need to get it done. And Eva Young said, "To think too long about doing a thing often becomes its undoing." Now that is pure wisdom. Olin Miller said, "If you want to make an easy job seem mighty hard, just keep putting off doing it." So think about it. Until you, or me, value yourself, you'll not value your time. And until you value your time, you're not going to do anything important with it. Norman Vincent Peale said, "If you put off everything until you're sure of it, you'll never get anything done." The best way to get something done is to begin. So here's reality, here's life. Doing just a little bit during the bit of time we may have available puts us that much further ahead than if we took no action at all. You know, when you think about climbing a hill, don't think that waiting is going to make the hill any smaller. Lee Iacocca said, "So what do? Anything, something, so long as we don't just sit there. If we screw it up, start over. Try something else. If we wait until we've satisfied all the uncertainties, it may be too late." And here's a fun little rhyme I found. This one makes a net. This one stands and wishes. Would you like to make a bet as to which one catches the fishes? And it's all about doing something, getting started, making the net, whatever it is. In a paper written by John Roger and Peter McWilliams, they write, "A primary reason people don't do new things is because they want to do them perfectly the very first time, which is completely irrational, completely impractical, and just not workable. And yet, it's how most people run their lives. It's called the perfection syndrome." Procrastination is a trap that many of us fall into. In fact, according to researcher Piers Steele, 95% of us procrastinate to some degree. While it may be comforting to know that we're part of a big group, 95%, it can actually be really sobering to realize just how much procrastination can hold you back. Procrastination is often confused with laziness, but they are very different. Procrastination is an active process. You choose to do something else instead of the task you know you should be doing. In contrast, laziness suggests apathy, inactivity, or an unwillingness to act. Procrastination usually involves ignoring or putting off an unpleasant but likely more important task in favor of one that's more fun or easier or more enjoyable. But giving into this impulse can have serious consequences. Even minor episodes of procrastination can make us feel guilty, can make us feel bad about ourselves, can make us feel ashamed. It can lead to reduced productivity and cause us to miss out on achieving our goals. And if we procrastinate over a long period of time, we can become demotivated and disillusioned with our work or ourselves, which can actually even lead to depression or job loss in extreme cases. So let's talk about how to overcome procrastination. Step 1, recognize that you're procrastinating. So you've put off a task, you've reprioritized your workload, whatever it is. If you're briefly delaying an important task for a genuinely good reason, then you're not necessarily procrastinating. However, you're likely procrastinating if you fill your day with low priority tasks, or you leave an item on your to-do list for a long time, weeks, maybe even months. You're probably procrastinating if you read emails several times over without making a decision on what to do with them. You're probably procrastinating if you start a high priority task and then go off and make a cup of coffee. Or fill your time with unimportant tasks that other people ask you to do instead of getting on with the important tasks already on your list. Or you're likely procrastinating if you're waiting to be in a good mood or the right mood or to be the right time. So step 1, recognition is key. Step 2, work out in your mind, evaluate why you are procrastinating. You need to understand the reasons why you're procrastinating before you can begin to tackle fixing that. For instance, if you're avoiding a particular task because you find it boring or unpleasant, if so, take steps to get it out of the way quickly so you can focus on the aspects of your job that you find more enjoyable. Poor organization can lead to procrastination. Organized people successfully overcome it because they use prioritized to-do lists and create effective schedules. These tools help you organize your tasks by priority and by deadline. But even if you're organized, you can still feel overwhelmed by a task. Perhaps you have doubts about your ability to complete a task, or maybe you're worried about failing. So you put it off and seek comfort in doing work that you know you're capable of completing and completing well. Some people actually even fear success as much as they fear failure. They think that success will lead to them being swamped with requests to take on even more tasks. Surprisingly, perfectionists are often some of the worst procrastinators. Often they'd rather avoid doing a task that they don't feel they have the skills to do perfectly, rather than get started and maybe do it imperfectly. Another major cause of procrastination is poor decision making. If you can't decide what to do, you'll likely put off taking action in case you're afraid of doing the wrong thing. So we've talked about recognition, then we've talked about understanding why you procrastinate. So now step 3, adopt an anti-procrastination strategy or strategies. Procrastination is a habit, a deeply ingrained pattern of behavior. This means you probably cannot break it overnight. Habits only stop becoming habits when you avoid practicing them, when you avoid doing them. So try as many of these strategies as possible to give yourself the best possible chance of succeeding at overcoming procrastination. Here's one idea. Forgive yourself for procrastinating in the past. Studies show that self-forgiveness can help you feel more positive about yourself and reduce the likelihood of future procrastination. Another idea, commit to the task. Focus on doing, not avoiding. Write down the tasks that you need to complete and specify a time for doing them. Put a schedule together. This will work to help you proactively tackle what you need to get done. A third idea, promise yourself a reward. If you complete a difficult task on time, reward yourself with a treat. Maybe it's a slice of cake, maybe it's a walk around the building, maybe it's a visit with one of your favorite coworkers. And make sure you notice how good it feels to finish things on time. Another idea, ask somebody to check up on you. Peer pressure works. Have an accountability buddy. This is the principle behind self-help groups. If you don't have someone to ask or anyone to ask, maybe you can use an online tool such as Procrastinator to help you self-monitor. And another idea, act as you go. Tackle tasks as soon as they arise, rather than letting them build up over another day. And here's one I really, really like. Rephrase your internal dialogue. The phrases need to and have to, for example, imply that you have no choice in what you do. This can make you feel disempowered and might even result in self-sabotage. However, saying "I choose to" implies that you own a project and make you feel even in control of your workload. Another great strategy: minimize distractions. Turn off your email, turn off your social media, silence your cell phone, and avoid sitting anywhere near a television while you work. And then here's the last idea. Pick that really ugly, distasteful project first. We're going to call it the elephant beetle. I don't know if you've ever seen an elephant beetle, but Google it. It is one ugly insect. Have the plan, aim to eat the elephant beetle first. First thing every day. Get those tough tasks out of the way. Get those tasks you find least pleasant out of the way early every day. Maybe set a time aside from 8 to 9 or 8:30 to 9:30 just called unpleasant stuff or elephant beetle, and work on those things. This will give you the rest of the day to concentrate on work that you find more enjoyable without the nagging guilt that that big thing is sitting out there. The bottom line is you cannot plow a field by turning it over in your mind. Hopefully these quotes and hopefully these ideas will help you break the procrastination habit, because procrastination is the grave in which opportunity is buried. Thank you.